When young people work with data, they often ask, where am I in this data set? Do the patterns here reflect my experiences? The honest answer is that in school, and even in public data that represents our social, political, and economic atmosphere, too often they don't. But what these students ask is important. Their questions naturally combine everyday experience with scientific tools and measurements to expose the fallibility and the power of data. In the Writing Data Stories project, we encourage students to not only ask these questions, but to use them to guide how they organize and analyze their data. Imagine a common activity. Students analyze a nutrition data set to make decisions about what they should eat. We like to think these kinds of activities are real-world and relevant to students, but many nutrition data sets present a skewed vision of what a typical breakfast is, and what cultural, health, and economic factors impact different families' food choices. In Writing Data Stories, students are invited to explore these disconnections and to transform the dataset so it includes those perspectives. For example, students might add foods they know are more common among their family, community, and peers.
That's how you add your own. You can make your own food.
Or they might include additional information about price, local availability and access, taste, and other things they care about to the dataset before doing their analysis. By bringing together the everyday and the scientific, students not only approach datasets with a critical eye, but they're given the tools to re-envision them so that they're more useful and reflective of their experiences. In Writing Data Stories, students don't just analyze data this way. These data analyses then inform the writing of a story that describes students' methods and conclusions, convinces others to care, and calls peers and others to action. To do this well, students need to tell convincing stories for a general audience. Here, too, students are encouraged to combine everyday and scientific arguments to create multimodal stories. They study how everyday strategies from students' own lives that utilize humor, art, and music, common public genres like advertising or op-eds, and modes of scientific argumentation such as claims, evidence, and data visualizations are used to convince. In our environmental racism unit, students explore youth-generated podcasts, op-eds, and personal testimonies about the disproportionate impact of climate change and pollution on communities of color. Students then explore how these modes can be combined in new ways with data and findings to convince their peers, communities, and policymakers to change. Our team is thrilled that you're interested in this project, and we look forward to working with you.